Great to see you again. So here we are again, protecting your peace and your time, but primarily your time as a leader. And now you're entering into your physically fit room. So part of that protecting your time is being very aware of where physically you are. Do you have the option to work from home? Do you find you get more done there? Maybe it's a matter of, right, I haven't spent a lot of time working from home and that's really productive. Or there's so much activity happening at home, maybe what I need to do is go somewhere else, maybe a private library, somewhere where I can have that undevoted time so I can really bunker down and get things done. Maybe it's making sure that your assistant, if you have one, or again, there's something outside your door that says, in meeting, whatever that case may be. Whatever the strategies are that you need physically to protect your time, I'm inviting you to do that. Because you see, everything is a priority to everybody. Everything is an emergency. So if you got people coming to you and then, oh, by the way, I just had blah, blah, blah. I need a couple of minutes of your time. Well, we know it's never a couple of minutes. And so I think, yes, as leaders, we need to be present for our teams. Yes, I do believe we need to be supportive. However, they need to also see you role model what healthy boundaries look like. That, hey, during this time, it's really important that I'm not interrupted. And so here's some of the emergency. This is what an emergency would look like. Make sure that they're on the same page as you. And so I think that boundary itself is really a critical thing, because it then gives them permission to do the same with the people around them, right? Their own team, perhaps some of the clients, whatever that may look like. So, wanting you to be thinking about physically, where do I demonstrate that I need to have my time protected? If you have, like, for example, you're at home and you've got your office door open and you've got somebody that, is at home at the same time that you're there, like, do they know when you're on and when you need to not be interrupted? Is it that the door needs to be closed? I know that sounds like 101, but sometimes it's those simple things. Sometimes it's a matter of, oh my gosh, there's work being done outside the office. I think it'd be better because there's construction happening. I do need to find a quieter place to be able to work. Other people, it may be, you know what, I can do some of my work actually in my car facing the lake. Maybe that's a really good use of my time and protecting my time. So physically, it's really important to think outside the box. Where do you find you get the most productivity happening? You see, everybody's so different. Does your brain work best in the morning? Are you best in the afternoon? What works best for you? So the more that you know when your peak brain time is, then the more you can start to get creative as to where physically you're going to be protecting your time. I know for me, as far as creativity goes, as you can see me being outside, I find I'm very creative when I'm outside, whether I'm by a lake, whether I'm in our backyard, whether I'm in our front porch, whatever it may be. I just know that I feel more energized, and that comes through. So I'm just encouraging you to be thinking physically, how can I protect that time? Another thing I want to throw in there is that sometimes we forget our physical environment, and I know I've spoken about this in previous videos and newsletters, but making certain that that physical environment that you're in is decluttered, because that will also protect your time. How so, you might ask? Well, what we know is that when you have a decluttered space, you have a decluttered mind. So if I'm so busy going, oh, where is that report? Where is that? Blah, 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 trying to find it, it actually slows you down and it takes you more time. So, the more that your space is, the minimizing of the noise, that it's decluttered, that you're somewhere where you've got people that already know that you're guards, so to speak, of your time, that people can't just come in and interrupt you. And if, in fact, because I have had leaders say this to me, Kate, but they still knock at the door, even with the door closed, and they open it, well, then that's where that conversation needs to happen. You need to know when the door is closed, it's my time to be working, and I prefer you don't disrupt me unless A, B, or C happens. This is what I would be equating to be an emergency. Hope this was helpful. Have yourself a beautiful day. Take care. We'll see you soon. Own your power.